Deciding to stop wearing underwear may be even harder than choosing between trunks or briefs, hipsters or high-rise. Maybe the question really shouldn't be about boxers or briefs, but whether or not you should wear any at all. Yes, when you stop wearing underwear, your body won't be the same. If you find yourself squeezing into a pair of underwear to provide shape and support around your center, you might be in for a painful surprise. You may, in fact, just be setting yourself up for some not-so-fun nerve damage. Tight waistbands and thick elastics that dig into your skin are capable of damaging the nerves underneath, and this damage can run deep. The sciatic nerve, which is a part of your lower spine, can be affected by your underwear. It may sound over the top, but it's a very real pain, bound to get under anybody's nerves. While your undergarment may not seem like it's tight enough to cut off circulation to your spine, it compresses the surrounding muscles, which then put pressure on your sciatic nerve. Long-term effects from your lingerie can even cause sciatica, a repetitive pain that radiates from your lower back down through your legs. If you're looking for a way to nix your nerve pain, saying no to underwear, or at least going for a looser style, may be the way to go. Eczema from your underwear? It may sound out there, but it happens. If you're allergic to any type of laundry detergent or forget to wash a new garment before wearing it, you might be in for this condition that could seriously mess with your skin. As women's health expert Dr. Donica Moore explained to Considerable, certain detergents and dyes that come close to your downstairs can cause contact dermatitis. As she put it, the tissues that your panties come into contact with are a lot more sensitive than your elbows. Even static cling can cause issues for your delicate skin. Shocking! As internist Carrie Peterson revealed on the Dr. Oz show, this buildup of electricity causes friction in the fabric, which can rub up against your most sensitive bits.
When you have static cling, it can aggravate the skin. The fabric can create friction on the skin, which causes irritation and itchiness, and that can lead to dryness and eczema.
The ultimate solution? You may just want to go without any undergarments at all. For a night full of undisturbed sleep, you might want to consider foregoing underwear, and maybe all of your other clothes too. According to Healthline, the ideal temperature for sleeping is a solid 65 degrees Fahrenheit. However, even with your thermostat turned down that low, you may find your layers are making you too warm. Yes, between your underwear, pajamas, partner, and however many blankets you hoard on your side of the bed, you could just be too toasty to drift off to sleep. We're not saying you should kick out your bedmate or throw away your blankets, but you may want to consider ditching the drawers. Medical News Today explained, sleeping naked can help the skin cool off faster, which may help lower body temperature and allow a person to get to sleep sooner. Going undieless will help if you're looking to turn down the heat in your bedroom, or, up if you have someone else with you. You're not wearing any underwear after all. A urinary tract infection, which causes a painful burning feeling whenever you use the bathroom, unfortunately affects about 60% of women and 12% of men. Some popular fabrics that our favorite undergarments are made of, like silk or nylon, can keep moisture up close to your body, making it a breeding ground for bacteria. In a world filled with so many pretty panties and snazzy boxers, it's difficult to keep it basic. But that's actually best. Cotton underwear is ideal because it helps your bits breathe, relieving you of bad bacteria that can creep its way into evolving into an unfortunate UTI. Alyssa Dweck, a New York-based gynecologist, told Prevention that you'll want to especially steer clear of thongs with a thin, chafing G-string, as these can transfer bacteria into your urinary tract. One way to avoid this conundrum altogether? Go commando. It could save you some money, some laundry, and some time at the doctor's office. If you had your heart set on some adorable undergarments, you should know they could actually set you up for heartburn. Weird, huh? How could your briefs possibly be setting you up for the same bad stomach pain as your fave burritos? It all depends on the height of your undies, according to Everyday Health. If hipsters aren't your thing and you opt for tight, high-rise underwear instead, the stakes for heartburn are raised. If the band squeezes your stomach, it may be able to push stomach acid back up to your esophagus to settle there, hence the heartburn. Unfortunately, acid reflux disease is fairly common, and even if you've never dealt with this uncomfortable condition before, wearing tight undergarments over the course of just 2 weeks can cause you to develop it. Nixing your knickers, it seems, may be helpful when it comes to putting a halt to heartburn. Wearing underwear is something most people do, and yet your underpants could actually be setting women and men both up for painful yeast infections. Yikes! Women's health expert Donica Moore explained to Considerable, silk and synthetic fabrics are not breathable, which increases the risk of moisture being trapped and retained. Men, too, will want to prevent a buildup of moisture. With moisture can come redness, burning, and an unbearable itch. The easy solution to avoid such an infection is exactly what you'd expect. Put your drawers back in the drawer. By not allowing moisture to accumulate, you'll ultimately win the battle against bad bacteria being built up down there. Although yeast infections aren't nearly as common in men, 3 out of 4 women will experience this irritating infection at some point in their lives, according to Mayo Clinic. So it only makes sense that committing to going commando is the best solution for this issue. When in doubt, air it out. It turns out that wearing underwear could also be a cause of infertility, at least when it comes to sperm production. To produce the best little swimmers possible, temperature is important. According to Healthline, sperm production is most efficient when the testicles remain at about 94 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a few degrees cooler than the average body temperature. Wearing underwear, especially tight boxer briefs, causes your downstairs to heat up drastically while being pushed up against your 98-degree body. This, in turn, can cause a lower sperm count. While mixed research is out there regarding just how underwear affects infertility, letting some fresh air in down there doesn't seem to hurt. And if you're trying to grow your family, why not try going commando? Do you wash your new underwear before wearing it? According to an online poll conducted by the Dr. Oz Show, half of us don't. His team also examined underwear that were being sold at multiple stores and found that a majority of them were contaminated with bodily fluids and bacteria. Ew. Even if no one has ever put on the underwear, people can still touch the garment, or it can end up buried in a bin full of others that have been tried on.
According to our samples, we were surprised to find that they had not been worn. That's good news. Somehow they got contaminated along the way without having been worn.
With your underwear being worn so closely to your booty, it's no surprise that there's all sorts of bacteria that can be found on the fabric. Sure, we do a good deed by washing our undies, new or otherwise, but this could possibly be making your drawers even dirtier. University of Arizona microbiology professor Charles Gerba revealed this surprising fact to ABC News, saying, if you wash a load of just underwear, there will be about 100 million E. coli in the wash water, and they can be transmitted to the next load of laundry. By washing your underwear with other people's, it can make the resulting bacterial contamination even more sickening. Something nobody ever wants to talk about is body odor. But if you're regularly wearing certain kinds of underwear, it could quickly become something you smell on a daily basis. Underwear made of silk or other synthetic fabrics can trap sweat up by your tush. As this sweat builds up over the day, so can the stink. Your silky panties or boxers may lead to unpleasant odors that can be embarrassing instead of making you feel attractive, like you anticipated. Going completely commando is one way to keep odors out, as it'll help to air you out. However, going bare in the fresh air may not be the best if you're wearing a dress. To avoid flashing your fanny, cotton underwear is another option you can try before committing to commando. They're the best undies at absorbing sweat and other smelly stuff and wicking it away from your body. Acne is embarrassing enough when it's on your face, but when those bumps begin to appear on your booty, not fun. Going without underwear, then, can be a game changer. It's important to note that those annoying zits on your other cheeks aren't actually the same kind of acne you find on your face. These inflamed hair follicles have a fancy name: folliculitis. Dermatologist Morgan Rayback explained to Cosmopolitan, folliculitis has a hair in the center of a red pimple, and the white material associated with the bump is often dead skin and white blood cells. It can be caused from sweat or any friction on your fanny. So if you're wearing any undies that cause these things, you probably will experience this unpleasant acne. Luckily, you probably won't need any special creams to clear it up. Simply ridding your wardrobe of underwear and wearing looser clothing instead can help out your skin in this sensitive area. Who knew that pimples could be caused by your underwear? While you may wear some pairs of form-fitting underwear to, well, shift your shape a little, you could actually be causing a lot of internal issues in the process. Believe it or not, you may be compressing your bladder. In fact, this could be why you constantly find yourself bolting to the bathroom over the course of the day. When your undergarments are way too tight, they can squeeze into your stomach. This can turn into feeling like you frequently have to pee. According to a report by Rebalance Physical Therapy and Wellness, thongs, underwear, and shapewear that are too tight can lead to nerve irritation and damage in the vulvar region. And this can lead to pain vaginally, rectally, and all around the pelvis. By 86ing your underwear, you could actually keep yourself from unintentionally causing harm to your body. There's nothing quite like the confidence boost you feel while showing off your favorite outfit. However, while it may be the cutest one in your closet, what you're wearing underneath could be completely ruining how good you feel about yourself. According to a survey conducted by ShopSmart magazine, 25% of women said they would be embarrassed if anyone knew what some of the undies they wore looked like. A quarter of women also said they've had their mood affected by wearing an ill-fitting or unattractive pair of underwear. Additionally, some 47% said they feel sexier in a specific pair of underwear. Now imagine how confident they could feel going commando. Yes, not wearing any underwear at all could make you feel great. New Jersey OBGYN Maria Sophocles told Women's Health that it might even boost your libido. In fact, many medical professionals recommend at least sleeping without undies on, stating it can lead to better hygiene and health, and how to keep this PG, lead to other things if you're in the mood. If confidence happens to be something you're after, going commando may just be the way to go. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Health Digest videos with lifestyle tips and advice are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.